Energize Show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energize the Face Off. Ross, introduce the guest, man.
Today we have the Euro Championship Super Lightweight title fight that goes down on June 4th. We have Conor McCarthy from SBG Nace, and we have Jess Paolo from Sanma MMA. How are we doing, lads?
Yeah, all good, man.
Lads, this is a big one, and we had to get you on. We previously had Andrew Barrett and Rory Lavery on. However, Rory Lavery's have to pull out of that fight, so Energize have to put on another show for Euro Championship, and you boys were title fight that we were really, really interested in. Also, the Euro FC Instagram got hacked, so had to do Decky McLean a favour and get a bit of traction on the page going for them.
Yeah. By the way, before we start, right, who's hacking the Instagram page? Is it Jess or Connor? Let us know in the comments. Or is it Ross? Who knows? Ross, take it away, bud.
Well, we'll start with yourself, Connor. How did you feel about getting a title fight up on your what do you make of Jess as an opponent?
Yeah, I was delighted. He said it to me after. And my last fight was at welterweight, but I wasn't really cutting any weight for a welterweight, so I was like, we're going to start going down maybe towards lightweight or something. Then we got offered super lightweight, and it was originally against, I think it's Niall Wilson, but he got injured. So then Jess, I think that fight was sorted within the day or something. Yeah. Jess put his name in, so I was delighted. You know, he's a good body. Like, he fought one of the lads in the club last time, so I'm looking forward to test myself against him.
And then, Jess, what about yourself? How do you feel going up against Conor McCarthy? Conor's got quite a bit of hype on him at the moment, especially after his IMA performances moving up as far as middleweight.
I'm delighted. I'm delighted to be facing him. It's kind of an honor to me, to be honest, because, like you said yourself, he's one of the best amateur fighters in the country at the moment, in my opinion, pound for pound. So that's what I want to do. I don't want to take easy fights. I want to test myself. There's no point in fighting kind of the lower people. I don't feel like, okay, yeah, you'll win, but like, did you really test yourself? I just want to fight the best. That's all. I've been fighting the best since my very first fight. I debuted against Jordan Fury. So, like I said, I just want to fight the best. And yeah, Conor's one of the best at the moment, and I can't wait to get in there with him.
Jess, sorry, I have to touch on this, right? First of all, the hair looks absolutely fresh to death, right? But is this the way you're going to rock the hair on fight night? Does it ever get in the way?
No. Usually for the fights, I get it made into cornrows because, I'm just not arsed. I don't want my hair in my eyes, or even if I put on a bobbin and the bobbin comes loose, just nah. I just get the cornrows.
It looks fresh, man. I just had to ask. I was like, is he going to go in? You know who reminds me of? Do you ever see Clay Guida and he's fighting? Yeah. He's like this the whole time.
Yeah, he doesn't even put on a bobbin or tied up or anything. He just goes in like that. He's crazy.
he is an absolute wild man. He is.
No,
lads,
this whole card, by the way, Ross, is absolutely stacked head to toe. Like, obviously, this fight, Conor against Jess, is one to watch, but there is other fights on the card. If you are going to the event, you can get tickets off Conor or Jess, or if you want to purchase a pay-per-view for the event, go on to Conor or Jess's Instagram as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Conor, you bring the Klein army up everywhere you go. Will you have a big Klein following this time out as well?
I think so, yeah. I think the army's inbound. Might not be as big as the last one because Nuri is a bit of a hike for us, but we'll definitely have a good few troops going up. And
what about yourself, Jess? Will you have many people coming to the show?
Should be between 10 to 15, maybe 20. I never really bring a big crowd like that. It's just, the distance and all. It's a bit long for some people, but no, should be a decent amount of bodies anyway.
Yeah, no, I think plus with that show in general, your Team Torres, I'm sure, hold most of the tickets because I think I'm sure there'll be a massive Nuri-based crowd there. Lads, this one's obviously for a title fight. It's at super lightweight. What did the title actually mean to you? Because I've heard some people say it doesn't mean a lot to them. I've heard some people say it doesn't mean a lot. Is the body across from you more important than the actual title itself? We'll start with yourself, Conor.
Definitely, I think so. It is my cool, like, fighting for a title is cool, like, for the Instagram, whatever with that, but it's all about who you fight, that kind of way, like, it means fuck all, to be fair, like, so it's not often supposed to be cursing, but, like, it is cool to get a belt or whatever, but, like, it's more like who you're fighting, the experience you get, because it's amateur, like, doesn't mean a whole lot.
And what about yourself, Jess?
I was kind of the same as Connor. In my head, I used to say kind of like the belts. They don't. It's not like it doesn't really matter anyways because, I mean, like no offense or anything, but like you'd see people making their debut and fighting for a belt, like just stuff like that. You get me? It doesn't really hold much meaning to it, but at the same time, in the eyes of other people, it's kind of viewed as prestigious, more prestigious than you would think yourself. So then again, it wouldn't hurt to have a few under your belt, anyways. In my opinion, that's just how I see it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it definitely is cool, collecting belts at amateur and all, like kind of build a bit of hype about yourself before you go pro. But yeah, I suppose like it's not like the fucking biggest thing you can get. I suppose it's just kind of amateur, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think it's important to take these tough fights in amateur. You know, what I mean, you can avoid everyone in amateur and like have this sparkling, glowing record, but when you go pro, it's very hard to hide from the good fighters. So you might as well get those good rounds in while you're amateur. Jess, I want to touch on the fight itself. Where do you think you're going to hold the advantages in this fight?
It's a very, very tough fight. There's not really kind of any clear advantage. I mean, Connor is more of a striker than a grappler, but that doesn't mean that he's not a good grappler. I'm pretty sure I've seen that he is solid enough in that aspect as well. I mean, if looking at it on paper, you'd say that I'm more of the grappler style fighter and he's the striker style. So then obviously it kind of makes sense to say that he holds the advantage in the striking and I hold the advantage in the grappling. But I feel like I'm 100% confident in wherever the fight will go, and I'm sure he feels the same way too.
People might not say that after they saw your last knockout win, Jess.
He's being humble here. He's being humble.
He is.
Because he hacked the IURFC Instagram page. He's being humble.
In fairness, but one of your training partners, Armand, is supposed to be this guru on the feet as well, but he likes a submission as well.
And he has 5 wins, all by submission.
And then Connor, obviously you're coming from SBG Nace, and what's called Sergey is one of the best wrestling coaches in the country. Do you feel like you come on leaps and bounds from your last fight, and maybe you'll show a bit more wrestling this fight, or when the hands are good and they're feeling good, it's hard not to rely on them.
I started with boxing, so that's kind of my base. But I do grapple. The majority of my training is grappling. Even in my last fight, I took him down and then I stopped him from full mount. We see where the fight's going to go. I'll be kind of confident fighting anywhere. Yeah, I'm probably more a striker than a grappler, definitely. But wherever it goes, you never know what's happening in the fight. I'll adjust and just going for the win. That's the main thing.
And Connor, are you still doing a bit of cross training in SBG Charlestown as well?
I am back in Kildare now. I finished college, so I was living up in Ballymun, so I was with the lads in Charlestown, and now I'm back for the summer, and I'll be back up in September when I start college again.
So this camp is nearly all out of SBG Nace?
More or less, yeah. I've been doing sparring in John Kavanagh's gym, but most of my training has been in Nace.
Oh, brilliant. And who's your main training partner there, would you say?
Depends, yeah, from MMA, I'd go with maybe Derry, the fella Jess fought a good bit. Also, I do a lot of training with Pierre, on McDonald. There's a good few bodies, Paul Fitzgerald, he's on the card as well. A good few grapplers as well. Then there's all the mad, Moldovan wrestlers and all that crack. So, there's plenty of good bodies in every discipline to move around with.
And then, Connor, just to touch on that, after Jess got a win over your last opponent, do you feel like you're avenging the loss for your gym?
It'd be sweet, definitely. It was like the fight interested me after that. It definitely did interest me. I was like, that I was watching cage side. I was like, that's definitely a fight down the line to happen. I didn't think it would be my next fight, but the way it happened, I was like, yeah, happy days, let's go.
And Jess, are you going to be known as the SBG Nace Killer? Is that going to be your moniker? Is that
your
nickname?
Who knows? Anything could happen.
No, it definitely does. Jess, what would a win over Conor McCarthy mean to you?
It means a lot, really, because like I said, he's a really, really good fighter, one of the best at the moment. And if that was to happen, it kind of, it would mean a lot to me, definitely, because it would kind of show the level that I'm at and kind of the leaps and bounds that I've come. So, yeah, it'd mean a lot to me. It would.
Baz, how excited are you for this fight? Like you're, I'm going to say, as a promotion, it's only their 4th card, and they've put on absolute bangers of cards time after time.
time after
Yeah.
time. But yeah, no, this one's definitely one I've been looking forward to since I saw the fight was announced. Like obviously Connor has a huge hype going up, and then like Jess, he obviously lost his first 2 fights, but now he's on a 3-fight win streak. So it's just going to show that like the hard work and determination, and like these two lads taking on each other on the fort in Newry is just one not to be missed.
No,
It's going to be up there, lads.
That's the plan. That's the plan is we're going to be at
good
our
man.
first Euro fighting championship fight on
Savage.
the
Yeah,
4th of
if
June.
they,
So
if like we're going unless they find out I hacked the Instagram. It's me.
what's called Barry's going to put the belt on the winner.
Yeah, I'll put the belt in the winner if Becky allows it. Yeah.
Boys,
I
a
was-
pint of Guinness after, will you?
Jeez, ask him to fight. Now he asks to put the hand in the pocket.
Come on, boy.
No bother, no bother. As long as the cups aren't plastic, I'll buy them.
Yeah, definitely. But lads, like obviously this one's going to be a big one. Oh, it's going to be the people's main event after this show. But like for the people that are going to be tuning in for pay-per-views or going to the event, what should they expect, Connor? And then Jess, we'll ask you second.
I think it's going to be a very high-paced fight because I'm going to be bringing a high pace, and I know Jess will match that. So I say the first round's going to be a banger, and then we'll see how long it goes. I don't think it's going to go decision. I think it's going to be probably a go through the first round, then there's going to be a stoppage along the way. It's high pace. That's one thing that I think.
And Jess, what about yourself, bud?
Yeah, I more or less agree with him. Definitely, yeah. It's going to be a high pace from the get-go. I don't think it's going to go the distance either. If I had to make a guess, I'd say it'd be late first round or sometime in the middle of the second. But yeah, it's just going to be a high-level matchup, like you guys said, the people's main event. Definitely, 100%.
Baz, we
Ross.
can be at the bar with the judges for this one.
Ross, it's the
With the
people's
Guinness.
main event now.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. Look, the two lads, we have a lot of respect for both of you. You've both been more than cordial to each other. You're a fighting championship, do a great job. We love promoting Irish MMA. That's exactly what we're here for. We'll just finish off with any final thoughts before you go, lads, or is there anyone you want to give a shout out to? We'll start with yourself first, Connor.
Shout out to all the boys I've been training with, like the lads in Nace, Charlestown. Even I got good rounds up in John's gym. So shout out to all my training partners, my coaches. You know who you are. That's all me.
And Jess?
Yeah, just the same as well. Shout out to all my coaches, teammates, friends, family that support everyone. Yeah, just shout out to everyone and good luck to Connor. I hope he brings his A game. And yeah, we'll see each other in the
You
cage.
too, Jess. Best of luck, bro.
There we have it, Baz. So guys, if you have been watching this video and you loved it as much as we did, make sure to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. People have friends, they like to hear this sort of stuff. Make sure to hit the bell notification to never miss another energized show. And as always,
Stay energized.
Energize show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.